Uh, I want to show this to our blind friend. Maybe he can see something that we can't on this paper.
Um, okay. Just as he says that, I'm gonna try and glimpse of True-Sighted.
Yep. Nothing shows up from the paper.
You know, nothing comes out from it. How would you see something?
I don't know. He sees more than we do. There's
Sure,
no harm
we
in
can try.
trying. I'm gonna go up to him. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I'm like, well, you're zooming across the whole thing. Like, I'm starting to wonder whether or not Roll20 is showing you a different position than what you actually are.
Something quantum physics superimposition.
So Grash is there, and he looks up at the two of you. Ah, yes.
Grash, we went and got some supplies. We encountered some weird shit, and one of those is this piece of paper out. I'm wondering if you can't glimpse anything from it, because it gave me a weird vision. So I wonder if you see anything on it.
He holds out his hand,
And I give him the paper.
and you see him take the paper, and he examines it. And you see him grab his chin a bit. He says, "Oh yeah, I know what this is." And he looks to the backside too. Yep.
What is it?
I have no fucking clue. It's a paper. I'm blind. And he hands it back to you.
So nothing abnormal emanating from
I
this?
mean, nope.
Okay.
Why would you say that?
Well, when I read part of it, I got a vision, so I assumed it was something funky.
Huh. Nope. I will tell you one thing. I didn't mention it earlier because I didn't think much of it, but I mentioned there is something a bit different.
Well,
See, Alan, I'm used to seeing you. You're faint.
Yeah.
But I'm not used to seeing him. And he points to Manuelo.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
I can see him.
I like do. I just flip him off.
Yeah, you go ahead. And he flips you right back.
What
I
do you
look
mean
at
by
my
that?
I look at my arm. I'm like, is it because of this?
Yep.
Well, happy day you can see me.
Not so sure anymore.
Not so sure anymore. What?
Yep. I liked you better when I couldn't see your mug.
Well, at least now you have a face to the voice.
Yeah, I suppose. Makes sense.
Speaking of, I assume you still can't see, air quotes, see me.
If I concentrate hard enough, it's almost as if there's something there.
I mean, I am here.
It's very faint. But, yep. Very difficult. I have to real concentrate.
Well, I know that if I need to sneak by people like you, I have the best chance of not being noticed. Thank you.
You're welcome.
In the
It's roughly
1 in
around
a
this
trillion
time.
chance that this ever happens.
Manuela, you
Oh,
see the lacerator
right.
come close. And it bows to you. Just a slight head bow. And you hear in your mind, there was a breach nearby.
There was a breach.
Yes.
What happened? Where?
I'm not sure. Somewhere in the area.
Oh,
I could feel it.
we
ripple.
We have an enemy that came and dropped something next to our place here. It was from the Real.
Hmm.
Did you know anything about that?
Unfortunately not. But it did not slip my guard. As promised, I kept your servants safe.
This was exactly what we asked you to do. It's perfect.
It heads back.
So the lacerator felt something coming in. It was a breach, but that's it.
Yep.
I'm telling the others because since he speaks in my mind, you can. They don't understand whatever it tells them.
I
Um,
I did not
That's-
get a good day, and it's only noon.
Oh yeah. I need to go rest my mind a little bit. I've had this blood nosebleed for the past 5 minutes and it's not stopping. Just gonna shove some Kleenex in there and get some rest.
wouldn't it be best for you to go swim?
No, I think sleep better. Thanks. I'm gonna go take a nap in my cab in my room
Cool.
and heal.
Yeah, how does
Do
healing
you-
work again?
So healing outside of the regular rests that I give you guys, you've got the first one that is 1 round. The next one is 1 minute. 1 minute. After that, it's 10 minutes, and then I believe an hour. Those are 4 separate rest periods.
How do you
And
get
so you can go
recovery
ahead.
roll? Where's that? Recovery.
6
Okay.
points. And I'm gonna do a 10 minutes one also. For another 6.
6 points, and I can spread them any way I want.
However you like. The 1 action one is best used in combat because it only takes an action. Mind you, you do have to take them in that order.
Yes.
I believe so. I don't know actually. I'd be down to let it roll so you guys can save it for a rainy day. But
I just used the 1 action in the 10 minutes one.
and then afterwards, yeah, you got an hour. Oh, after 10 minutes is 1 hour.
And then
1
10
after
hours.
10 minutes, and then 10 hours. Okay.
Well, 10 hours I assume is
10
just
hours
like...
might as well just take a long rest, or whatever
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
exact system is.
That's
Mhm.
because normally what it's supposed to be is just those. So like it goes across days as well. And so like each day you'll just recover them.
Okay.
Like all 4 of them. So Alan, you go need to rest up for a bit.
Yes.
Bring back your mind.
I'll just
Something
remember
with
what-
Eric.
3. Yeah. Okay.
Did you have one for roll 20? Yeah. Oh, never mind. Oh, that's what was flickering. I was gonna say, was there an account for the capture? Because I saw something what I thought was leaving, but it's just Kiki changing his picture.
He's now Fisherman Alan.
He's now Fisherman Alan.
Yes.
Yes. I mean,
Oh my
just-
god, I fucking love it.
No, I didn't actually buy a hook, but I gave him a hook and a fish because I thought it'd be cool. I'll just
Yeah,
imagine the hook
it's
is the
fine.
net.
That's fine by me.
Yeah. As I'm resting my character for an hour,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom IRL, and I'll be right back.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
that's fine.
My character only needs 10 minutes, so I'd be up in my prime. And I would spend some time like recounting the details of what happened to Manuelo. I wouldn't spend too much time on honestly the shopping. I'd go straight to
To the
Alan
business.
spotting Alan, and then filling him on the real becoming more real, the dust powder tactic we used before being much less effective, and how he reversed Uno card that on me, showing him the bandage.
Damn. I should have been with you.
Yeah, we could have used the backup. I didn't feel confident to actually start putting bullets into him in public.
I understand. That's why knives comes in handy, and I take out the machete and the knife.
See, the machete's not very subtle.
Yeah, only if you try to cut off limbs, otherwise you can just stab someone in the belly. Make all of his intestine come out, you know? If it has any. And I'm like really questioning myself about that, like, is it real enough?
See, I don't know what's happening with this, but every time I think about it, I just become more and more dreading of what's coming up with those. I'm just lost.
Yeah, well, like the Prophet of the Wound said, they're becoming a real problem in the other worlds too, so if we want to protect this one, we'll need to take care of them as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's kind of the reason I suggested to Alan that we just turn around, drop everything, and go after it. I figured if we can kill this, well, it's just a little bug. Well, it's one less problem for us to worry about. Turns out, it's been growing much stronger than I expected.
Did you ever got to the store and got what you wanted?
Yeah, I didn't really get anything fancy. Oh, I did get
Oh.
this, and I would pull out the fishing string.
What are you gonna use this for?
It's an option for me to be creative.
Traps?
Traps, or you know when they pull out those wires to, like, suffocate someone around the neck?
Usually it's piano string, but sure, yeah.
I mean, obviously this is not as strong as piano string, but
Yeah, it can still do the job.
it's still a little metal string.
It's just casually talking about garroting people.
Yes.
Just normal cultist speak.
We gotta be ready when we need our blood sacrifice, right?
Absolutely.
Right now we got none. Like all three of them are fucking useful shit.
We need to recruit some useless people, are you saying?
Yes.
I don't know if we need to go there yet.
We need to find some cannon fodder, you know.
I love it. I love the hesitation. I knew it was going to happen to a certain extent. How far will they go? What path will they take? Will they resort to human sacrifice? Nobody
My character is
knows.
not willing to do human sacrifices.
Oh, mine is. Yeah. Well,
Fuck me
I-
then,
I
I
need-
guess.
eventually I'll need to get some bullets, well, shells for the sawed off, and I need to bring the
Oh.
manuscript that DS did.
I could
eventually
have got
to,
new bullets. I didn't think about that.
Well, unfortunately, and that's only player wise. I was unable to answer you guys. Well, actually, I answered you, but I was muted. Au début, je disais genre, je parlais avec Marie-France, puis pendant que je parlais avec elle, genre, you guys were going, and I'm like, oh, I'm following. And I kept talking with Marie-France. I told her good night. And when I turned around, and like all the time, like Chris was
Yes.
saying, oh, you too. And I was like, oh shit, I'm not there. Okay.
You did a Shima. You talked muted.
That's so sad. I'm
That is
sorry.
very sad.
That's why afterward I was like, yeah, like my guy would have tried to find them. But that's my mistake.
FYI, by the way, I updated the Google Docs.
Oh, cool. I'll
Nice.
check it later.
There's only one that's not fully detailed yet, which is the Rite of the Veil Pierced, but don't worry about it. But your spell of death is there.
Ooh.
the fuck? My brother's calling me, 1 sec.
No problem. Looks like it's just me and you, Eric.
Woo. The caster must be dead.
Yep.
Word of wording, weirding.
Weirding.
How did? Okay. That is a word, I guess. Word of weirding. Word of the open palm. Caster dead. 4+ levels of wounds.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
There was
Welcome
a
back.
call from the deep, from the bowels, if you will.
The deep bladder.
The other one.
Did he who stares back show up?
It showed up in liquid form.
Oh.
That was painful.
Stare
But,
into the abyss. The abyss will stare back.
The abysmal shit back.
Let's just say this call could not go to voicemail. It had to be now.
Heartseeker. Caster life. 2+ levels of debt. How do you get that? Increase the damage.
So the levels refers to the amount of aspect in a rite.
Okay.
So you remember how you can have slots with the ingredient ambience artifact? So say for example you have ingredient artifact, it would be to use an ingredient of death and an artifact of death. That would be 2 levels.
Okay. And then I could cast this particular spell. Heartseeker.
Yep.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry, guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
My brother needed some confirmation about my daughter's full name for the list for his wedding.
Oh. Cool. So welcome back. Everyone is back. Back from the abyss.
Mhm.
And the abyss stares back.
And the abyss stares back.
I flushed the abyss.
So, what are you guys up to?
Well, like I said, I need to go buy some stuff. I'll wait for Alan to get better, and then I'll go on the
I can accompany you?
shopping fee.
And
Okay.
you'll invite Alan with. In the meantime, Eric, what are you up to?
I'm just contemplating the instructions that we have right now on all our new spells.
Cool.
I'm memorizing also.
Nice. I'm gonna put the net away in the base. But I'm gonna be wearing my stuff.
Oh, Chris?
Yep.
F11. There is no caster.
F11
Yes.
for
in the
oh
rights.
for rights.
Yes.
Second. Oh, you're right. Thank you.
And why is the fourth slot the patron aspect?
Oh,
We
right.
need-
Yes.
we,
Sorry.
We need to have those aspects to do those those rights. Oh shit!
But okay, no, it's because on my PDF, the
call it
patron
Stone
aspect
Ash.
is in a separate.
Is on the fourth
Yeah.
slot.
We just go ding. There you go. All fixed.
Woo. Oh god. Sorry, I'm actually a little tired.
That's okay.
Number 8, the right of the open palm is not the light in the dark.
Did it just get fucking fucked? It is not the light in the dark. You're right. Does that mean they all got switched? No, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, going up now. Revealing. That's
They all
fine. That's
look
fine.
good.
That's fine. They're all good. Okay, it was just
It's
that
the
one.
only one. Yeah.
Okay. That was weird. Cool. So, Alan's back and raring to go.
Yeah.
Eric
Let's-
takes the time to contemplate what he's learned. And so the two of you take off.
Well, I would take
Shopping,
off with
you
them
say?
once they're good to go.
Okay.
After our experiences between me and Alan, I'd rather stick together.
It's a good idea.
So, Manuelo, where do you head off to?
I'm gonna go get myself some you know, like army surplus thing to get myself some shells for the sawed off.
You find an army surplus store, and a rather scrawny man is on the other side of the counter, and he says, yeah,
Yeah, how you doing,
I'm
sir?
doing good. You yourself?
I would like to purchase a couple of your shotgun slugs to use with a shotgun,
Okay.
obviously.
Yeah.
I would like to buy probably a pack of 2 packs of 12, probably.
I see. He grabs a couple boxes from underneath the counter and puts them up.
And you got some 9mm too.
Yeah, I can get that.
I look
So-
at Eric and I want to remember what kind of gun does he have.
9mm also.
Can you double the box for the 9mm?
Shooting contest is this? He grabs another one. He puts it.
No, it's a manhunt.
Oh, always fun.
Indeed. I pay him cash, take the bullets. I look at Alan, I'm like, do you want anything? Need anything?
I actually played the DM.
Yep.
If I find an American Fist,
Sure.
does that actually add to my
Nope.
attack, or is it exactly the same as my claws?
It'll be exactly the same as your claw.
Alright, I don't think I need anything then.
You what?
I don't think I need anything then.
Okay.
I mean, you can have one for flavor, but it's not going to change anything.
I don't need one for flavor. I prefer my claws.
Cool.
All right, and then
Uh,
afterward, we'll
American
go to-
Fist Allen strikes me as quite the gangster.
I just said that with all of
Yeah,
these
so
guys,
you-
I'll just see him like a full-on like 4th of July American. The fucking
But the thing
American
is,
fist.
Alan's not super strong. He's more sharp than strong. So he's gonna use his claws mostly.
All right. That will be all, and I'll go for the dude that sells us the book. I'm forgetting his name.
Vital?
Before we leave, I'm sorry. Can you throw in the batch of stuff that you're buying? Can you throw in like an army gourd? You know, the metal
Gourd?
canteens
Can't
Yes. Yeah, for like a water
For-
bottle,
for
Sure,
water.
like heavy duty water bottle,
Yeah. Okay.
the kind you
sure.
can beat someone with.
Yeah.
You got like those huge gourds, canteens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, very popular amongst the hikers. Here you go.
But I'll take that too. I'll pay him cash again. I throw the canteen at Alan.
Thank you.
Ah, thank fuck! I can get back to speedrunning Zelda. He turns around.
Shots fired. Phil. Oh man, I missed his 2 fucking last streams. I'm fucking pissed.
I'm gonna scream a spoiler at him. Well, if he's speedrunning, he probably already
He's
finished it.
speedrunning. He knows it already.
Okay.
Also,
Uh,
if you want to catch one, catch the one from this morning. Phil played like a beast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because this morning I had to go to Kalina's first swimming lesson,
Oh. Ooh.
and then afterward, like we came back, we went to eat some food, and when I got back home, I was supposed to like watch his stream, but I put my arm through the wall when I was trying to anyways.
That's a story.
Yeah,
Your
and
arm
I
through
freaking
the
yeah, my hand and half my arm like went through the wall because I was like going down on my sofa, but I held myself on the wall instead of the sofa with my fist, and my fist and arm just like went through the
Oh
wall.
damn!
So I'm like, well, that's
All
dirty.
right.
So I like took it off and like I kept like looking the TV with Marie-France, and then Marie-France just looks at me. She's like, "You're bleeding," and I'm looking, and I have like a lot of like scratches on my knuckles and on the side of my wrist. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go clean myself up.
You
So
should
is-
probably
is
make
the
sure the wall's
twist-
okay. Also.
Yeah, the wall's fine,
Okay.
but
Is it-
I'm
Is the
gonna have
twist
to.
that you found the artifact inside the wall that was there
If
for
only.
millennia?
If only. I tried to see if there was something that I could rip.
Could tear someone in half.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
It would.
But yeah, after paying the stuff, the clerk of the army surplus, I'll go to see. What's the name again?
Vital.
Vital, yeah.
Okay.
To give him the manuscript from the manuscript of the impossible angle that I received from Diaz.
Okay. So you get to the library. The familiar chime of the bell comes in as you walk in. Do the rest of you follow?
Yes.
Okay. And Vital looks up, and he looks up again. He's like, "Oh, hey, how are y'all doing?
Good.
Alan. It's nice to see you back so soon."
All right. Fish guts, by the way.
Yeah, just like last time, fish guts.
When's the last time we saw each other?
About a day ago.
30 It was a day ago, right?
It was not a day ago.
Fuck. Right, you're telling me I wasn't there a day ago. You're telling me another Alan came in
What do you
and
mean
used the
another
code
Alan?
word?
Nonsense. You said fish guts.
God damn it. He's getting smarter.
He knows about your tactics.
Okay, I need everything you have on doppelgangers. Anything you have on the real. And don't tell me it doesn't exist. I need it now. This thing is a menace.
Vital looks at you. He's like, "Your friend's a little funny."
Yeah, well, in other words, if you see him alone again, it's not him. And from now on, we're always going to be together whenever
Yes.
we're going somewhere.
All right.
That's
will
a
do.
good way to, yeah. Do
And-
not serve the one that's that's on his own. What did you sell him this time?
Oh, well, I sold him a couple books.
Oh, on what?
Well, he bought a couple books on the feast, on the broken and the mended.
Damn it.
Why I mean, between the lot of you, y'all cleaned me out.
He's gathering knowledge to become more powerful. This is not good.
Isn't that what you
This
guys
is
are
not
doing?
good. This is not gonna be our BBG. Oh
Power's
my
not
god.
what I'm after, that's for sure. But
I love that comment, Kiki. This is not gonna be your BG, is it?
this is not gonna be what?
Our
Or
BBG.
BBEG.
Or BB.
Big bad,
Yeah, I
the
know
big
what
bad evil guy.
I know what a BBG is. I just didn't hear that when you said because you were laughing.
Oh fuck! All right. What do you have on the real? I need to defend myself against the real.
I don't.
I know it's not common. I know, but if somebody has it, it's you.
Well, believe it or not, I don't have anything on the real.
Insight check.
Go for it.
I will too. I'll check. What he's saying
I don't
is
have
true.
insight. It's just gonna be a straight up D20. Oh, I'm insightful as fuck.
He is telling the truth.
Damn it! All right.
He looks at you and
Alright.
he's like, I know you guys explained it to me at one time. At least I think this is DM to players in this case. I'm pretty sure you guys had spoken about the real before to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I believe
So
so.
I know you guys mentioned it before, but I really don't have any info on it.
Okay, but
Anything?
do you believe that it exists?
I
Do you trust
mean,
us?
I'll need to see some proof.
Okay, and can
I
you
mean, you've
believe,
interacted with proof twice.
can you believe that the Prophet of Wounds did warn us about it?
I'm sorry, what?
We spoke with the Prophet of Wounds,
Holy shit!
and he knows about the real. And he himself told us that they're a problem.
How
They're
the fuck did
invading
you
other
talk?
worlds.
Okay,
So,
well that's interesting.
if possible, try to gain any information about that with your other contacts, if you have any other.
Sure.
Whatever
Yeah,
means
I
you
can
have
do that.
to arm yourself when it comes to either knowledge or defense against the real. Ugh.
Well, I don't really have a whole lot of knowledge of anything of that.
Any
Whatever you
lore on
have.
doppelgangers in general?
Mm, doppelgangers show up a whole lot, but aside from being usually related to the change, not much
I look at Al.
That that's new. The change.
of change.
I have books of the change.
Yep.
Yeah, I have one.
Last time you guys were here, last time you guys were here,
The change is broken
the
and
rest of
mended,
you.
right?
Nope.
Or is it not
Change
as different? Okay.
is different. The aspect of change.
Oh man, we should have.
Didn't you find something
glimpse
related
him.
to the change, Alan?
You guys bought
I
1,
don't
2,
think-
3, 4, 5 books of the change.
In my
4
notes,
books.
it says 4.
4 books of the change and 2 books of the Silent Father.
Oh yeah, those are in my inventory. Check.
Someone has them and has not read them yet.
No, I have the change one. I'm the one who commissioned for them,
Yep.
and I know I have not read them yet.
Oh, books on the Silent Father. Yes, I have 2 of them.
That makes sense. Just
Which
gonna
I
write
need
it
to
down
read.
to keep that track.
How are we gonna get? Any idea that maybe Stinky Pete might know something about the? Actually, do I remember? Did we bring up the real when we spoke to Stinky Pete?
Nope.
We didn't talk about that.
Nope.
Maybe he knows something about it. Maybe he could help.
You could,
Because I feel like the longer we keep this thing out there, the stronger it's becoming. Yeah, by the way, I didn't tell you, Manuelo, but I used the dust that I had, the dust of death, on it.
I told him.
And it
Yeah.
oh, you told him, okay. Yeah, it barely did anything. That
well,
was
that'd be something to tell him, and I to Lila, I'm like, yeah. So the dust doesn't work on it.
I mean, it
That's
works a
more.
little bit. It would have worked if he was fresh, but I feel he's been cooking too long, so he's gaining power. Tell you what, we're gonna keep looking, getting information about that, and maybe we'll give you your first manuscript of the real. Who knows? That could be funky.
You see Vital look at you guys and he says, I'm sorry, what?
A new aspect that you never read before. That could be nice in your library.
You see him starting to foam a little bit. It looks like he's foaming at the mouth just a little bit. You can tell he's definitely interested in the aspect.
I'm smelling platinum favors.
All right, that reminds
stroking his
me.
beard.
That reminds me. Then I take out the manuscript about the impossible angle. One of our associates was able to write up this about the impossible angle.
I'm sorry though. And he gestures like, may I?
Sure.
And you see him look, and he mutters a couple of things, and Alex, you see him like take a pocket from his pocket, like a slight bit of dust, and he seems to do something real quick. And with a quick lighter, a snap, a smallest little bit of a flash, and you recognize it as being like almost like a quickened version of the rite of revealing. And he's looking at it. And he's like, "This is the real deal.
Well, yeah.
Holy shit! A new aspect." And you see him like getting more and more excited, looking at you guys like the possibilities, the unexplored. People haven't even seen any of this. This is gonna.
And as he
Hold
says
on a
that, I
second.
put my hand on it and I pull it back, and I'm like,
And you see him reach underneath, and he slams down a gold favor on the table, and he says, "Give me the manuscript."
hmm,
The manuscript is on what again? Sorry.
the impossible angle.
The Rite of the Impossible Angle.
No.
Is that the thing that summoned the Lacerator?
No,
Nope.
that's what opens portals instead of using the wound.
Oh. And do we know which aspect it's related to?
The real.
Oh, it is really okay. Thank you. Sorry for interrupting. Just wanted to clarify.
That's fine.
So you understand what that can do.
I don't know exactly what this can do, but I do know for a fact that you are telling the truth, and that this right here that you've put in front of me is stuff that I don't know, and I need to know. And you see him like push forward the gold favor.
I put my hand on the gold favor at the same time, so I have both hands on manuscript and the gold, and I'm telling him, promise me that you won't be using this until we tell you that we're done with the imposter.
I can promise you that, yes.
Because if someone ever tries to do this, we don't know what can come through it.
Okay, yes, I understand.
And if the Prophet of Wounds itself is saying that this new aspect is creating problems for the other ones, we need to be careful.
I think with everybody here, also understands how imperative it can be to keep secrets.
Yeah.
I I push the manuscript and I grab the gold favor.
Go ahead and add an extra gold favor.
Whoops, sorry. So that's out.
You see him take the manuscript and he folds it up delicately into a tube, and he seals it. And you see him go in the back, and he comes back pleased. You've given me some good food for thought.
So?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm thinking.
I'm almost done reading the books. I'll be able to write on them and bring it next time. Okay, we come.
Oh, please, yes, do.
And I'll as much as we can learn about the real, I'll start gathering up those notes and see if I can't make up a manuscript about what we've learned. Might come in handy.
Oh, yes. That would come in
I-
handy.
I know these things are mostly like, oh, you buy them and it's very rare knowledge. And you'll be free to do whatever you want with it when you have it. But the manuscript I'm writing right now, I'm gonna start writing. If you want to make more copies, I think that would be a good idea. Because, like my friend said here, this thing threatens all the other aspects. And the more people know about it, the more we can prepare ourselves and defend against it. But I'll leave that to your discretion once I bring it.
Of course.
Having just one copy of it is not going to help us much.
Of course. No, that's quite fine. I think that's an excellent idea.
But I'll leave that up to you once I bring it. It'll be your decision to make. I'll let you think about that until we come back.
No,
And
that's a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
Because if this is indeed as much of a threat as you say it is, then it's important that the community knows how to fight it.
Oh, great. Are we becoming
And that-
researchers for how to fight a new threat?
And that it doesn't come back.
oh fuck. I have a okay. Fuck. Shit.
What?
The music started again. And he's very, very peppy. I don't think it's him. Fuck. Can I glimpse him?
I'll
like
true sight
Gibson.
him actually.
There are key reasons when I play this song. Absolutely. So
This is Alan.
Go
Oh my
ahead
god.
go ahead and do the true sight.
True sight, untrained, 2 intellect. Oh no, I'm just glimpsing.
If you're just glimpsing,
I'm just glimpsing him.
okay. So you in glimpsing him, you get a brief vision of the light and the dark. There's slight visions here and there because there does seem to be a lot more behind the counter. And Manuelo, you managed to maintain a glimpse of true sight. Sorry, managed to maintain true sight. You only take 1 damage to your intellect. It seems to be getting easier. And as you look through, you notice that there's all sorts of different aspects in the room area behind with where a vital is. And vital is giving off the aspect of the light and the dark.
Okay.
You notice in particular a glow behind his eyes, almost as if the aspect of the light and the dark is coming from within. Like his eyes are kind of like a window, and out is shining this slight light that wasn't visible before, but now that you're true sighting him, is. It's not all too dissimilar to the light that's coming from the sort of bleeding dripping that's coming from your arm that up until now didn't look like it was bleeding. It seemed to be bleeding like a spectral, luminous purpleness from your arm.
Mm-hmm.
You get the idea that that same sort of effect is happening, but instead is of the light and the dark. And it's noticeable through the eyes.
Okay. It's true. I never thought about that. Other cultists could have that kind of boon. Oh god, that's fucking nice for him. I wonder what it gives him as a boon.
I still don't trust him. I have a bad feeling.
So because of the ominous music, I'm gonna start looking for it. I'm kidding.
Honestly, before the ominous music, like just to prove I'm not metagaming, before the ominous music, the way he's reacting, it feels sus. I don't trust him.
DM to player, that's not actually intentional. Vital is who he says he is.
Okay. All right.
So
He's just
I'll,
really excited. Okay.
Well, he just learned about a new aspect and everything.
Because
Do we
I was just imagining like the fake Alan just taking his place and just killing Vital, and I was like, oh my god, this shit's getting.
I don't think it would
real.
be that easy to kill Vital.
Oh, definitely not. But it's a new aspect, you know. People aren't prepared for it.
Wait.
Yeah,
No.
What?
What if the issue is that we're propagating the aspect of the real with the manuscript?
What do you mean? Like we're making it real by talking about it?
And propagating the manuscript. Because the right of the impossible angle is of the aspect of the real.
Right.
What if we're just
Are you
causing
raising the
ourselves...
volume?
Just a little bit.
What if we're... I mean, it was pretty quiet. But what if we are just causing ourselves more problem by making it a more prominent aspect? By propagating knowledge about it? Since we just
How are we
sold
supposed to
manuscript.
defend against it then?
I don't know. Dude! I'm spouting the first level of bullshit that's coming to my mind right now. That's it.
No, that's not bullshit. What you're saying makes sense. But if that is what it is, what do we do? We just erase our memories of it, and it's going to disappear? Like, how do we?
I mean,
If that's what it is.
how do gods die?
Yeah. There
I
was
don't
this.
know.
There was this comic that I used to read, and in their world, that's exactly how gods worked. Like, the more people prayed for them and believed in them, the more powerful they were.
That's a very
And-
common trope for a lot of deities in a lot of universes.
And they all live in the same place, and sometimes the ones that are, some of them are dying. It's like, oh, my last believer is dying in their bed right now, so I'm about to.
I will, for the sake of everyone's sanity, confirm that it is most definitely not the case in this one.
Okay,
I can be cheesy, but I'm not that cheesy.
all right.
But it doesn't confirm or deny the theory I had.
the fact that of propagating their
The real,
existence
yeah,
is
yes.
making them stronger. Sure, that I can understand.
I don't know.
Well, right now he's just gonna hold on to the manuscript until we come back with the confirmation that he's dead, and that we research on it. So, one person knowing about it. Oh no, shit, fuck.
He's part of
The light in the dark.
Yeah.
No, the light in the dark just learned about it even more if he didn't knew about it.
And it's gonna go to other disciples of the light in the dark, and God knows where that's going to propagate after. You know what? Maybe we're completely off basis and
I'm
Chris
gonna
is just
ask
laughing
I'm
now.
gonna ask him like, your eye. What is it connected to? Who looks through it?
And he seems surprised at this. He says, "Is this a riddle?"
Oh, I'm asking you straightforward.
Why, I do, of course.
No. You got this by doing something.
He looks at you for a moment. And he looks at you with this look of, like, is he saying what he thinks he's saying? You see him stand back for a bit. He blinks a bit. Oh, are Are you talking about sort of like your arm?
Yes.
Well, why didn't you just say so? Well,
Ooh.
I did indeed make a pact. I was given a gift. And as you probably figured out, the gift comes with a small price.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Uh,
everything's a small price in the face of knowledge, to be honest.
Excuse me, Manuelo, but what are you talking about?
Because I've been true sighting, and his eye is giving off a big
Both-
light.
Both his eyes are giving off a
eyes are
faint
giving
light.
off a faint light of the related to the light in the dark, and it seems to be coming from a little bit the same thing that I have like in my arm. So obviously he paid a price to gain some kind of boon. My question is, what does it do exactly?
Well, as you probably might have figured out, it helps with some of the occult business to be a part of the aspect you appreciate the most.
And when you did your little ritual while looking at the manuscript, how did you confirm that it? Why is it only now that you confirmed that it was a new aspect and everything?
The light in the dark has ways of getting information without knowing the information. Think of it this way. You have to figure out how to prove something without knowing it's there. There's a way of doing this. For example, if you're blind and you throw a ball, and the ball bounces back, you know that the ball must have hit something. You don't know what that is, but you know the ball hit something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did something similar.
What
Except-
exactly?
It's a spell, and it hits something, confirming that the knowledge that's here is truly occult. There's more than one way. Sure, you can glimpse something to see if it has its aspect, but with manuscripts that are written, they don't necessarily
Yeah, I
give
know.
off the aspects.
And doing that right, does it also alert the aspect you're trying to ping in a way?
No. What do you mean alert? Do you mean to say, in the sense that
It would know that it's been looked at?
the light in the dark would know? Or
Yeah.
do you mean to say that maybe whatever the aspect of this would know that I glanced at it?
Yes.
No. It's an interesting idea, though.
And you knowing this information, would anybody related to the Light in the Dark learn of that information?
No. Not unless they had taken it from my cold dead hands.
Alright. Then player to player, I don't know where the fuck that music came from. He just wanted to fuck with us, I guess.
I don't know.
Nope. The
I'm
music
having
did happen
diamonds in
for a
my ass
reason.
now.
I will
got
tell
diamonds
you,
in my ass now.
the music happened for a reason.
Whatever we talk about the real, that's what happens. Fuck.
Not quite. But good guess.
So speaking of which, Mr. What was his name again? Dallas?
Vital?
Vital. Mr. Vital?
Vidal,
Yes,
yes.
like the singer with the tongue thing. Yes, like
Yes?
yes. Where I was just I go into songs sometimes. Do be careful with the doppelganger, because if he knows that you know that he's not me,
He might
you
try
don't
to
know
kill me.
how. Yes. So I would keep it on the download. Like, don't sell him books. Just tell him like a lie, maybe. Because the more books you sell him, the more powers, the more tools he has in his belt.
Makes
But
sense.
you could just tell him that you're fresh out of something.
But
Yes.
how do I? Speaking of which, now that we've gotten over, like, I'm sure you're you,
Yes.
but like,
Because it's not just me. I'm with my compatriots.
how do I know that? You're upfront and straight, and with the good guys, so to speak, right? Like that you're not also going to be looking for power and trying to kill me for it if I figure out what you truly are.
Oh, I'm definitely looking for power, but I don't want to kill you. Why would I want to do that? You're an ally to all of us.
Indeed.
It's like the unspoken rule. You're like part of the system, and you give to us so much. You're an intrinsic part of the system. I don't think anyone in their right mind would want to kill you. Unless there's some weird ass doppelganger from a different aspect who want to fuck shit up. I don't know exactly what his intentions are. I think he wants to replace me permanently. Maybe. That could be something else.
Well, rest assured, if he ever shows back here, I'll refuse service to him. And if he
Okay.
gets uppity,
You have ways to defend yourself?
and you see him pull out a familiar cylinder, and he cracks it open, and you guys recall the scroll.
Litany of tearing.
Oh, yes.
That could be really useful.
That could be very useful.
I don't
Make sure to
think
roll
many.
high, because it can do a little bit of damage or it can do a lot of damage.
I'm sure I can figure something out.
All right. We want you to stay safe.
I can take care of myself.
I've
Okay.
got a quick question for you, Battle.
Yes.
With the books he already took, what would your guess be and what his plans would be?
Oh, good question.
Yeah.
Well, he seems to have taken a lot of basic stuff. So he seems to be learning about the basics. Spoiler alert, I know majority of what's being written in some of the stuff, but only to slight idea, not all the specifics. So, from what I've seen, he would, once he's finished with all those books, he would know a couple basic rites. He'd probably be able to summon things, and he'd probably be able to cast a couple rudimentary spells.
He's not
Nothing too
very far
deadly.
behind us.
Would it be fair that he has something to create portals based on the books that you gave him? Because he
Nope.
did.
None of the books that I gave him would have allowed him to create portals.
So I guess that's an innate ability that he has.
Well, he's from the real, so obviously he might actually know already how to do the rite of the impossible angle.
Right. That makes sense.
Now, it would also depend on whether or not he's gone out to search for more info outside of just reading, right? There's more than one way to get information.
Right.
You guys probably went out to, I don't know, to go get groceries, so to speak, somewhere far away where you knew something probably was going to be.
Right.
Not wanting to be too direct or even like just say your services are not appreciated. But do you know if there's any other vendor in other cities or countries or provinces?
Most of the other vendors for the occult tend to be, how do I say this?
On the
There's
down
not
low.
many. We're all very, yes, we keep to ourselves mostly, to our clientele. We try not to cover with our territory.
Ah,
And
so it's an arranged monopoly.
But you don't contact each other?
We do to a certain extent. We keep tabs a little bit, you know. It's good to stay safe.
Mm-hmm.
Or if we know there's a particular individual that is not is the type to smash and grab, for example.
Right.
It helps for knowing about that. But outside of that, we don't usually talk a whole bunch. The other person I
Or you-
know who might have
Yeah.
information would be, well,
Pete.
my old partner.
Any chance you could send out like a warning message to all your colleagues about the doppelganger?
Well, see, the issue is, what if you're the first one they meet?
Just mention that I'm gonna be with friends. From what we figured, he's always alone. He can know the secret phrase, which means he has some kind of link to me.
Either that, or he's just simply in the same brain wavelength as you are.
Maybe. He is a copy of me after all. But he is alone. That's the
Can I-
difference.
Since I got I'm true sighting right now. If I true sight Alan, do I ever get something else than the deep?
Nope, just the deep.
Okay.
So any chance you could send out like just a warning to your friends?
Of course. I could probably do that.
Like for their safety
Little
and
correspondence.
yeah.
Snail mail goes real far in the occult world.
And on my side I'll be careful never to come visit you or your colleagues alone.
An excellent choice.
And if he manages to summon acolytes, I guess we'll find a different solution to detect when, differentiate him.
Wouldn't there be like a spell or a rite to see if he's connected to something
I mean,
or being
wait,
watched or
if
something?
you
Oh.
if you true sight him,
Like Harry Potter.
no wait, if you true sight your doppelganger, he does not give off an aspect of the deep. I remember now.
That might be something that changes as he gets stronger, though. We can't rule that out.
Yeah, but that's still something we can rely on, at least for now. I
Yeah.
think it's certainly more reliable than singular word password that he can figure out because he's you.
And
Sure.
Vital's there, and he says, so I should be able to identify him by glimpsing him or true sighting.
Full-on true sight has proven effective to be able to track him.
Well
So,
then.
when I was true sighting him, it turned out that he was an entire. How do I describe this? He was a void. There was just nothing. It's like when I was looking at him through normal sight, it's Alan. But when I was true sighting, it's like there was a piece of the world missing there. It was just a black void.
Well then, I'll definitely keep that in mind.
Yeah, I think that's your best bet to identify the doppelganger.
Sounds excellent. I'll make sure to get some correspondence out. Now, Shu, I need some space.
Of course.
Yes. Thank you.
I
again for everything
I
you do.
flipped the gold favor in my hand and pocketed and go.
I wanna give him a bronze favor.
And he looks up at you and he says,
I'm-
"Oh, what? Give
I
who?
know-
Bronze?"
I know it's not much, but for everything you do and all the precautions we're telling you to take, and it could be dangerous for you, I want to show my appreciation of your help.
Well, the best way you can, and he pushes the bronze favor back. The best way you can do that is to give me knowledge.
Understandable. I'll get right on that. I
Then
take
we'll
my
have a
bronze favor.
bright and fruitful future of trading.
Yes.
And he
Stay safe.
winks at you. You too. Likewise.
Right. As we're heading out, I'm looking at Eric and I'm like, you're right of revealing with the the bright stone.
Yes.
You can reveal stuff. Isn't that what he used, Battle? You have the same thing, right?
It looked like it from my understanding, but it wasn't quite that. It's like he has a special version that's accelerated compared to what I've read in the manuscripts.
Okay.
Maybe it's a special one for like quick identification of something that's more mundane.
Hmm.
I'm just spouting guesses. It's pretty similar to So Good Eye.
When we get home, I want to try something to maybe help us.
All right.
I have
Fast travel.
yeah, fast travel.
All right, you guys fast travel home.
There's no enemies nearby to
So
prevent us.
that's what I was wondering. Like, at least there's no enemy nearby.
There's no enemies nearby.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
Can't run away. There's a fucking mud crab on your ass.
You guys get back.
Yeah. What do I need exactly for the Rite of the Seas bounty except the body of water and the net?
It should say in the ritual area. Pisces bounty.
Oh,
You
I
need
don't have the
ingredient and ambience.
ingredient and ambience. Okay, because I don't have the thing open. That's my bad. I'm guessing it's in the pinned comments. It is not. Where is it? The link? Yeah.
Two anonymous people. All right, I will post the link, I guess.
One sec,
I just saved it among my docs.
Ding.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing also. So I can access it anywhere.
Yes, I'm already got it in my D&D folder.
Rite of the Seas bounty. Body of water, check.
I'm glad you picked this place as a hideout.
I'm sorry.
Aren't you glad you picked this place as a hideout?
I mean, I am. I know both the other people didn't want that to be our hideout. I'm happy for it. It doesn't even mention the. Yeah, it doesn't mention the net in the doc.
Oh, it doesn't? Whoops. Requirements, a net.
Requirements.
Oh, there's not even the instructions. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Run with it.
I'll run with it. Okay. So, guys, I'm gonna try a ritual. It's not as dangerous as last time. Don't worry. This is my first time using it, though, so I'll see how it goes. It's supposed to be creating objects. So what I'm thinking, yes. What I'm thinking is maybe try to summon an artifact that could help us defeat or harm our doppelganger friend. I don't know what it's gonna give me, but I'll try to focus on that. See what it gives me, I guess.
Okay.
So, unless they're stopping me or anything, I'm gonna start the ritual.
No, I don't have any objections to this one.
Okay.
I'll be preparing a deck of cards to play with Gash.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
Since he can see me, let's go.
But can you see the cards?
Yeah.
It'll be Braille, it's fine.
Okay, sure.
I'll make holes in it. For him, he's gonna feel it. I'm gonna be able to see it.
But the real question is, can Brash see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Absolutely.
The
So,
things
Kiki,
you can see.
what are you using as the ingredient, and what are you using for an ambience?
Right. Okay, so I need one ambience, a net, large body of water. That's it, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see what I have on me. Oh, the deep one blood. That's probably very powerful, though. I don't know if I want to use that for this. I only have one strange coral. Coral.
Coral.
Okay. Yeah, fuck it. I can summon more deep ones. I'll take the dose of deep one blood, and
Yep.
I'll try to smear it like around the body of water, like a circle.
Okay. Are you trying to use it to create a ambience?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my intention.
It'll be way easier for you to create an ambience using the coral than it would.
Oh, how do I know that? Unless
Intuition.
besides the fact that you just told me.
Intuition, in the sense that you get an idea that crushing and burning a particular ingredient, since blood doesn't really crush or nor burn.
Right. Okay.
Blood is more used as an ingredient than an ambient.
Got it. Okay, I'll take the strange coral, the deep, and I'll make a fine powder out of it.
Okay.
And I'll do what I said I did with the blood. I'll spread it around.
Okay. So
Just
yes?
one thing. I'm
Going to like get up and start like power walking.
Uh-huh.
To do this, I'm gonna tell the lacerator like that Alan's gonna be trying to evoke or create something, so that like whatever's coming out of that summoning or creation spell to not destroy or attack it
it nods.
until I say otherwise. Imagine you summon your thing and it just fucking crushes it.
Well, it's
That
going to
would be
be an
unfortunate.
object, no?
Yeah, it's not gonna be. It's not a summoning. It's a creation, so it's not gonna be something living.
I'm just saying a mimic can be an object.
That's true.
So
yes.
you're anointing the edge of the water with both the powder and the blood,
Anointing.
and your
Well, the blood, I'm guessing I'm gonna use as an ingredient.
remembering that part of the rite requires you to give a portion of the blood into the body of water.
Oh, it
Similar.
actually requires blood.
It requires one ingredient to be sacrificed,
Okay.
and it requires an ambience, which will then also be sacrificed.
Okay. But it didn't have to be specifically blood.
It did not
Just-
have to be specifically blood, just an ingredient and an ambience.
Okay.
So
And it doesn't say anything about needing the wounds or anything, right? It's just the deep.
precisely.
Okay.
It did not say anything about requiring wounds or anything like that, of a aspect of wounds. Just so you know, for rituals that involve summoning, you will require some.
Yeah, because
Just
portal.
at least one level to call upon it. And then depending on what you're summoning, you're going to need its main aspect and its sub-aspect.
All right. And then I'm guessing there's a chanting that goes with it.
Yep, and in fact, this one sounds curiously like a sea shanty. So you're anointing and you're going through the motions of the ritual, singing what appears to be this sort of sea shanty.
But it's
Something-
in
Oh,
something
hey,
about-
the Wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum.
Something about tea and rum. And you pour in some of the blood, and similarly to the last time, the water rises.
Right.
And it
just
rises up to the
specifying,
tip.
As I'm doing all this, I am focusing on the type of object or artifact that I need.
Okay.
I need to be a weapon against something that's of no aspect, something of anti-aspect. I'm trying to visualize anything I can.
Of like a weapon.
Yeah, a weapon that could
Something
hurt.
that can harm.
Something that can harm. I'm gonna focus on the anti-aspect, like something that can that can hurt the anti-aspect. I know the ritual, not being sentient at all, probably doesn't know what the anti-aspect is, the real. but like I'm trying to focus on that, and my second choice in my head, if that fails, just a powerful weapon of the deep.
Okay.
I guess I'll take, you know,
So
as powerful as this ritual.
having an idea that the ritual is not a very big ritual. It's
Yeah.
one that only has 2 slots, so you get the impression that it's probably not going to get you a powerful weapon. However, focusing on the fact that it's weapon, you go through the motions. Anointing, like I mentioned, singing the sea shanty at the same time, putting in the blood with the water rising, and with a smooth motion, you cast out the net, and on the other end you tug and you drag. And at first it doesn't look like there's anything, but then you seem to have caught some seaweed.
Oh.
That's strange. Seaweed doesn't find itself all the way in the sewers, especially not here in Ontario.
Mhm.
And as you pull back and you pull in, you notice the seaweed opening up almost like a plant blooming. And in the center, you see a blade.
Ooh.
It's about the length of a dagger, so longer than a knife. Maybe about the size, the length of your forearm, so decently sized. And it's definitely giving off the aspect of the deep.
Nice. Does it have like little barnacles on the handle?
It does seem to be ornamented too, of that sort, yeah. So it's not just like a regular blade or something, it is indeed ornamented in that way. So you do notice like the barnacles, the blade has sort of a slight jag and slight twist to it that would not be found on a regular blade.
I'll call it Dagger of the Deep, unless you have a better name.
That's perfectly fine before that.
All right.
You get the impression that focusing
attune
on
with
a
it?
weapon. Sorry?
Can I like attune with it to see if
You-
it's got
you don't
special
need to.
abilities? Okay.
It does not have any special abilities. You get the impression what you learned from this rite in particular is that depending on what you focus on, you can indeed call an artifact. The artifacts will generally be generic in some way. A lot of the times, it'll be something along the lines of having a very small minor effect. If it's a weapon, it can be used as a weapon. If you're focusing on something that's more of a tool, it'll likely be something that can either create an ambience or have a small effect related to the aspect of the ingredients you put in.
I'm just imagining like summoning an artifact, and it's just like it's a can of Lysol. You just spray it around, and it creates an ambiance.
That would definitely be more on the honk mother side of things.
Yeah.
Those confetti spraying in the air.
But that's good to know for next time.
Silly string.
Yeah. But I know for the strange coral, I can just ask Grash if he can pick some up during the night, so I can replenish my inventory. Cool.
So I don't know if you heard all of the like voices that was coming out of my microphone.
Yeah, well, not voices,
bit.
more like the sound of your air conditioner, I think, or fan.
No, I dropped my phone on me by accident, and it seems to have activated like some sort of auto screen reader, and I just can't turn it off right now. I was just
Oh,
afraid
that's
that
funny.
I was just afraid that was like popping through the mic, but I'm just gonna let it be
No.
for now.
No, we don't quite hear it. It does sound a little bit like air or something, but it's not too bad.
The air conditioner should be going on too, but that's a different thing. Okay, if you guys didn't hear anything, then good. Sorry.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, by default I'm untrained with everything. Because I just realized I'm untrained with my bite of my claw. That's normal, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So I'm guessing I'm untrained with it. What damage does it do? Is it 2?
Did you want it to be a one-handed or a two-handed weapon?
I was thinking one-handed. Well, it is dagger, right?
Yep. So you could either choose to have it be 2 with +1 to hit, +1 step to hit, or you can have it be 4.
I'll take it like
And it
an
has the
extension of my
aspect,
claws.
has the aspect of the deep.
Surprising nobody.
Surprising nobody, considering what you
So-
put in.
how do I put this? Damage 2, and then modifier.
Yep.
Oh,
Modifier
With
1
the modifier 1 is gonna give it 1 step.
should,
Up.
yes.
I've got a tiny question for you, DM.
Yep.
I have closed mind, which give me +2 armor to intellect pool. Does that mean that I don't get hurt if I ever do true sight? And
I'm
supposed
sorry,
to get
what?
hurt?
I'm sorry, what? Where is
'Cause,
this?
I'm trained in intellect defense task, and I have +2 to armor against damage that selectively targets your intellect pool, which normally ignores armor.
You can, as long as you don't roll too low, yes, you can. You can true sight all you fucking want. You little shit. You little fucking shit. Wow, I didn't even
That's
notice that.
nice.
Damn.
Oh
Okay.
man.
All right.
Okay.
That's good.
That's
Because
there's
I'm like looking in the skills and I'm starting to add like different like roles that I'm gonna be using.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put like might defense, and then I'm like intelligence defense. I'm like, oh wait, I have something in that, and then I just noticed I'm like, oh shit. So I wouldn't have lost the one intellect
You would
from
not
earlier.
have lost. Nope.
Now we know.
GG no re.
Now we know for the future.
Indeed. All right. It is starting to get late. Is there anything that you guys want to do before cutting the session?
I don't know if you have time to
Uh,
give me your book.
Sorry?
I wanted to start reading one of my books. I don't know if you have time for that.
Yeah, I could probably do that. What type of book were you reading?
One of my books of change.
Okay. Give me a roll of the dice.
A roll.
Preferably a d6. It'll be easier for me to... d20 will work just fine. Oh, look at that. Cool. So the book
asked for
that
a
you...
D6, you're getting a D6. Roll with it.
Cool. No, that's fine. You already rolled it. The book that you're reading seems to be describing it's talking about Norwegian mythology, and this one seems to branch off than usual Norwegian mythology, and seems to be talking about a very strange creature called a Grim. It seems to be a what? Yep. The interesting part is that it seems to have slight shapeshift properties and is known as a creature that seems to defend it's capable of defending itself physically, but is also able to attack someone's psyche directly. And you were lucky in that this one does seem to have the book does seem to portray the Grim in particular as a very strange sort of woody creature, generally surrounded by moths. And it happens to be the person who had written this book was describing this creature as something particularly stealthy. And the rest of the mythology just goes on to say as like sort of akin to like goblins that come and steal, or they're the type of things that will frequently have children's stories
Okay.
told about them. On like they're the kinds that'll come in and kidnap your children away if you're bad, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Seems to be a basic creature of change. And the rest of you?
I want to. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I got nothing. That's what I was gonna say.
I was gonna start taking notes, start building the skeleton of a manuscript that I would eventually give to Vital.
Okay.
About everything I know about the real, all the
Alright.
information we have gathered so far, including like sources for uh, the the wound Jesus. I'm not gonna use wound Jesus in my manuscript. Obviously, I'll use the real name, but I
Yeah.
just forget what it's called.
Prophet of the Wounds.
Prophet of
You
Wounds. That's
don't
it.
know its actual name.
Okay. But I will like put every like references that I can, and I will dedicate like a full chapter that's still being written about the doppelgangers,
Mhm.
how we killed the two doppelgangers that were already there, and the third one that's currently evolving and becoming more powerful. And I'm gonna keep every time we learn something new, I'm gonna keep adding to this manuscript
Okay.
of all the knowledge we have of this aspect and the creatures that come from it.
Sounds good.
That's what I'm doing.
It's around this moment that a commotion happens in the corner. Ramona faints. And Gom, while being slow, seems to be peering down at Ramona and tries to slowly pick her up.
I'm gonna run towards her
Yeah, same.
and him and try to pick her up.
And she wakes up after a while. And she looks at you guys. And she's sort of out of breath.
Are you alright? What's going on? Did you eat? Did you drink water? Is it your time of the month?
No, stop. And she looks up at Gom, and Gom looks back at her, almost with a slight solemn look on his face, even though he's missing the majority of his face. And he just kind of nods, and she looks to both of you, and she says, I just dreamt the White Gate.
The what now?
The White Gate.
Yeah, it's this. I don't know how to explain it. It's a gate. It's surrounded by woods.
In the dream.
Yes. And there's ice all around it. And she describes this. I don't know if have you guys ever been to the Frozen Gate?
I don't
I don't
think so.
think so, no.
I know we went somewhere that was cold, but I don't remember Frozen Gate.
Cool. So
I'll have to watch back the old videos.
she describes this.
Oh, I've definitely never seen this.
Cool. She says it's surrounded by forest, and there's this white gate, and there's ice everywhere, and I could hear them. This is where I pulled Gom from. And she stammers for a little bit. It's kind of strange seeing her act like this, because normally she's either deadpan
This, but I can't
or
recall
she's
which.
fully.
I think it resembles the feast, the mysterious figure.
No, it's in the dead folder in the forest.
Yeah, that's new.
I don't remember.
Rings a bell, but I can't place it. We might have just like glimpsed at it really quickly and went elsewhere.
It's possible. And so she says, but I know things, right? And you guys remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone close to you three died. I saw them at the gate.
Who?
I don't know.
What they look like?
An old man?
An old man.
I know who it is, and I don't like this, Chris.
Is it vital?
That's what I'm thinking.
Who's Vital?
He's the bookkeeper at the library.
Oh, hearing that, I'm like, let's go, guys. Let's go see him. I tell Ramona, you're coming with us. But he has to stay.
Okay. Sure. And she turns to Gom. I'll be right back.
She doesn't have any more description of him other than it's an old person.
I mean, and she starts to describe some features that are similar-ish
To vital.
to Vital.
God damn it! I told him to be careful. What the fuck? All right, let's go.
So you guys all head to
Yeah. To go see Vital.
Shit.
so
And in the ride
Ramona-
over, I'm telling Ramona, like, shit is gonna hit the fan, so get ready to fight. Or assist us in the fight.
and she looks at you and she said, "And you wanted to keep Gom behind?"
We cannot drive him around.
And she looks at you and shrugs. Done it before. No one noticed.
How far are we? Can we get him? Can we go get him?
Sorry?
I would have
Can we
fucking
go-
brought the lacerator if we could, but
Yeah,
we're not gonna
I
fucking
would-
drive outside.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cool. So you guys get in the car and you beeline it. I assume you're beelining,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No questions asked.
and you're driving rather quickly, and you manage to get around the corner, down close enough to the alley. The alley's too large for your vehicle, so a lot of you get out. You start to approach, and immediately you guys notice something is wrong. The door is open, but is propped open. And as you walk in, a gruesome scene as you see Vital dead on the floor. Half of him completely across the floor. And on the other side of the other side of the room, you see on the ground 2 scraps of paper torn in half. In the distance, you recognize an area that was been cleared and the beginnings of the ritual that you had just handed to him.
Fucking baboon.
The store is empty.
He did the ritual and got himself killed.
Yeah.
Either that, or somebody didn't want him to do the ritual and killed him.
Perception check.
Yeah. It's the eye patch. I blame the eye patch.
Come on.
It really is just Eric.
I think
So-
it's with all your text that you have.
It could be. It might be. I wonder if it's that. Anyway. So Manuelo.
Yep.
You're the first to see a paper on the ground.
Look at it.
You get closer to it.
Yeah.
2 words. They know.
I flip it, see if there's something behind.
A full sentence. Written in a handwriting you've never seen before. You will reap what you sow.
I turn around, give the paper to Eric, and I tell Ramona, Would it be possible to bring him back, like Gons, like a Grash?
Gom.
Gom,
And-
sorry, Gom.
She looks up at you, and she looks at the body. She seems unfazed, and she says, "Well, this is definitely the man I saw. Except he passed through the gate."
Oh, he already went through the gate.
She nods. "I can always try, though." And you see her start to pull out a knife. And she looks at you as if for approval.
And
I nod, yeah.
I'm gonna
So
close
no-
the door.
I know he's
yeah,
your friend and all. Seemed to have a sad smile on his face. And she gets down and she goes down on her knees and she stabs into the corpse and yanks to make an opening. If he could talk, I'm sure he would have said something. She stabs again, doing another yank as she's cutting open an area going towards his heart. She does another one. And then before doing the last one, she looks and she says, "I'm sure he probably is sorry." And he does and she does the last stab, cutting open and reaching out and pulling out the heart. Her hand covered in blood says, "We'll have to get back. And pretty quickly." And that's where we're cutting the session.
Yep.
Why, Chris? Why?
I'm saying thanks, Chris.
I told him to be careful.
I've got so many diamonds now, it's crazy.
I love because at the same time I was aiming for a little bit of a trope that I've seen just to see if it was gonna like trigger you guys at all. You know the
I'm
trope where
triggered.
before a character dies, where they talk about like how good the future is gonna be?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
You know, we're gonna have a fruitful future together of trading and
I believed it. I ate
Looking
it hook, line, and
forward to-
sinker.
looking forward to all this new knowledge of this new aspect and all the excitement. I love it. It's great.
No, you knew.
But
from
that's
the
what happened,
moment.
right? He used the ritual and got killed, right? But
As far as you can tell, yep.
Okay.
There's evidence that the ritual was performed, and there's evidence of the litany of tearing having been used, and Vital's corpse is torn in half.
yeah, which means somebody used it on him, probably. And they're rolling high.
Those are two things we provided to him.
Yep. Chris knows that.
Of course he knows that.
Yes,
Makes it
of
even
course.
worse.
Yep. Yep.
I hate you,
Right?
Chris.
GG, boys,
Good night.
GG. Night.
and good night.
Fuck. Good night.